Ben, who has been a part of roller derby pretty much just about as long as I have. 13 years now. Right here, brother.
Whoop!
All right.
13 years in Chicago. And we're off and starting.
So we got Ewing wearing white for the men. That is 0. And he's taken off against, that's number 3, Michaela Meinheit.
Meinheit coming through on the inside. Lots of big blockers out there for the men, but the women able to use it. Whoa, what some hits up there. Let's see if they can do it. Take it to the outside.
Nice takeout by Mr. Roboto in white. Yoshi holding down the front as a pivot. Hot shots popping around, trying to survey the situation. We got a lot of big hits already happening early on. And we do have a jammer out in the lead. Who's that, Ben?
You got me. Ewing coming around the corner as the jammer, the score out in front for the men's team.
Stellar pivoting at the top of the pack. The pivot tries to scoop past, does get past Hot Shot. Nice work by the pivot for Team USA Black. Number 19, I think. That's 19. That's Bommersheim.
Bommersheim out there. Actually holding the front really well.
Yoshi is a guy.
Both pivots really holding that front line down. A lot of stuff didn't happen.
Yeah, excellent work up top by number 22. That's Sarah LeMay. And also number 47, Aaron Stillwell. Scared to Death and Lady Killshot, for those of you that have known him for a while.
Oh.
That's because you're not on our roster. Case closed isn't on the roster. That's why.
Yes, it is.
No, she's not.
Casey Honeywell. Case closed.
Okay. This is what we have.
What do you mean she's not in the roster? Case closed. Casey Honeywell.
She's 03, not 34.
Okay.
That's what the
That's
issue
her
is.
Team USA number, 34.
Okay, then can we change that on her? Because she's wearing 3. Or can you have her reapply it?
I'll tell her.
Yeah, just because they don't have their numbers on the back, so we can't see. Thank you, Fernando.
Danny. Danny. Danny.
Have them reapply their numbers. Reapply numbers if you can. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you, Fernando. All right, so back to the action on the track. Nice pivot takedown by the pivot for men's. That is bobblehead.
And Doc Flatliner working his way through the back of the pack. I think he's the scorer out in front for the men right now.
And trying to slice and dice through the pack. That is the jammer, number 11, Kaylee Jankowski, also known as Mad Medic.
Grand slam.
Thank you, Nando.
Doc Flatliner with the grand slam, 5 points up there. I believe we're going to see, yeah, there we go. So I think it's 6-1. We'll see what happens.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So we're going to wait for that score update. And yes, Ben, in fact, you were correct. We got 1 on the board for the ladies and 6 for the gentlemen of the Midwest All-Stars. Jamming in white for the Midwest All-Stars and a part of Team USA Men's. That is number 21, Lowrider.
And jamming for the women's USA team, Dakota Prosch. Getting knocked to the inside. Lots of big blockers holding that middle line for the men's team. Prosch trying to work her way through that.
Now keep in mind, Prosch did just get off the track playing with the Chicago Red Hots. Prosch finding that daylight on the inside, but there's Lowrider to answer the call. Lowrider picking up lead scorer. Scorer, right?
In the lead, Lowrider. Prosch drafting behind. A little bit of fun here and there.
Thanks, buddy.
She's 52.
Awesome, because that's what was so confusing. Because we were like, no, she's not on here, we promise.
Yeah. I made her change, so she's 34. She's 34.
You're wonderful, thank
she
you.
stays 03.
You're so awesome, because it's like, they have no numbers on their backs, and most of their arms are faded. We have no idea.
Everything else is okay.
Team USA taking off the front of the track, not letting the points be scored by Lowrider. Meanwhile, Prosch comes around, takes the jam for points for Prosh, 1 for the men's team.
And that was a beautifully timed call off by Prosh. It was like she made it look easy, skating up the inside, realizing that her teammates had such a great grasp on Lowrider, picked up all those available points, Ben, and called the jam. So now,
really good play by both teams trying to control the pack. The runaway by the women's team to stop the scoring,
Correct.
allowing Prosh to get by. Really nicely played. To your point, well done.
excellent work, all skaters on the track. So lining up now in black, we have number 88, Patricia Lieser.
And Russell for the men's team.
Russell is part of the Midwest All-Stars. You've seen him skate quite a bit with the men's program this weekend.
Wow. One thing I'm noticing here, Val, the speed, man. This speed on both of these teams right now. That pack was going
Zippity
lickety-split.
fast. Lickety split, zippity fast. Either way, I really appreciate it because I just got done skating and it was like air conditioning coming towards us how fast they were going. But I got to say, when you're going that fast on the track, it is very tiresome.
Patricia has a little bit of a limp coming around that. Let's see if she can work it through.
Patricia trying to get past Chocolate Slice, who's holding down the line, teaming up with Chesko, the amazing skating family Cheskos.
Yeah, one of the younger Cheskos,
That's
The
Skylar Chesko out there.
the brother of the 2 Chicago Redhawks.
Beautifully timed block by Groot, taking out Patricia to the outside, Ben. That's your Groot.
Groot! I am. That's really good. Good blocking on the inside. Lieser. Oh, big hit in the back of the pack. Nicely done.
Lots of blocking to the outside. Almost the quarter of the pack disappeared at once, but Patricia does get back up as the jam expires. Changing and shifting, kind of like a mob of action out on the track at all times. So we got a nice pickup of the pack here, Ben.
Nicely done. Let's see what's going on. Mila Meinheit, the jammer in for the women's USA team.
And up around the inside. Meinheit does get out first, and the whistle declares that she is, in fact, the lead scorer.
Ewing still stuck in the back, so the pivot up in front here.
Yeah, that's Yoshi taking a tumble on the backside of number 52 in black. That's Lindsay Mueller. Lindsay Loblow for you Oli fans back home.
Wow, good blocking by Team USA to help control the pack and slow it down. Have to let it go. Look at the speed. The run is going.
Very fast pack, but now we have a white pivot active in Yoshi. Great call off by Meinheit, realizing that they were trying to start a phasing of a runaway. She did only pick up 2, but those are 2 very crucial points. We have Doc Flatliner wearing the star once again. That's number 70 in white for the Midwest All-Stars, and he is taking on Casey Honeywell, number 34 of Team USA.
Wow, look at the blockings. Oh, blocking out a play call sends one of the Midwest All-Stars to the box. And on the inside, there goes Doc Flatliner, but right behind him, go, go, go. Casey Honeywell taking off.
So that was just Mike sent to the penalty box. Doc Flatliner gets into the middle of the pack. And we got 1 point. All right, we have number 11 jamming. That's Jankowski taking on Lowrider. Lowrider in white, of course, for the Midwest All-Stars, but he is also part of men's Team USA.
So Lowrider doing a nice and easy run. Trying to get through the back, 2 blockers, and does make it. Cuts on the inside and gets through, and Jankowski goes down in turn 4. Coming back up. I got to tell you, again, I say this, I've watched this all day, but this speed for these 2 teams is amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty phenomenal. And both the pivots up at the top of the pack, Lindsay Loblow, also known as Lindsay Mueller, taking on Heffling. Each of them are members of Team USA, men's and women's and men's respectively. Very, very, very fast pace. You're going to see a lot of high caliber talent here, whether it be the speed or speed adjustments, which is one of the beautiful things about this rule set. It's not just speed control is what we're looking for here.
Pack control is very crucial. The ability to be able to shift where that pack is, to know where that pack is going to be. Both teams very skilled at that, very adept at that, especially with these Fears rules. And the run is going, and right now, Team USA just kind of coasting in the back there. It's hard.
Nice grab back by one of the black blockers of Team USA. But both the jammers are now towards the back of the pack. And the jam ended in its natural conclusion. The score remains the same with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. 7 on the board for Team USA Women's, 8 on the board for the Midwest All-Stars.
Prosh and Russell, the jammers. Prosh for Women's USA. Russell in for the men's team, Midwest All-Stars. Prosh on the inside! Breaks free with a nice jump over! Riding that inside line. Very skilled opportunity, and Trivy, out pursuit, the pivot, gets free.
Tribute trying to do everything he can to make it around the track. It is also his birthday today, and he's hustling with the quickness. Great work by Dakota Prosh,
Yeah,
however.
he's been doing
Very
that a lot
exciting to
lately.
hear your vocal stylings, my friend. So we got Ewing back out on the track representing the men of the Midwest All-Stars in white, fighting his way through as he takes on number 03. That's Michaela Meinheit in black for Team USA.
Lap speed. Jesus. That was on the start.
Now we're looking at teams going out, and right now, the jammer is doing an 8-second lap.
Absolutely astounding. Beautiful takeout at the front of the pack by the
Meinheit.
blocker in black.
Meinheit in there with the lead, the scorer for Team USA.
That was Lexi Wager, also known as Women's Team USA.
And Doc Flatliner back in again for the Midwest All-Stars. Now, again, I'm going to keep checking on this speed because we went from 9 seconds off the start last time to 8 seconds for the jammer. We'll see if it continues to speed up. Right now, they've slowed down a little bit as they're trying to get through. Oh, and down goes.
Casey Honeywell, the captain of Women's Team USA, picking the speed up once again. But Doc Flatliner is going to force his way through. Yep, he is out. Just Mike's just easing off, but he is pivoting now for the Midwest All-Stars as the Team USA women's pivot is trying to divide her way up the line. That is Sarah LeMay, Scara to death.
And she is stuck behind. A nice recycle by the Midwest team to get the girls cycled behind. Yeah, the big size here playing an advantage to the men. Very interesting to watch. Also, a lot of these skaters have skated today in prior games.
Well, to be honest with you, so have all these men. Every single
Yep.
man out here on the track has skated at least one game today.
So
and
yeah,
a
we're
couple
seeing
yesterday as well.
women's Team USA. And on the inside, skating like there was butter there.
That's Lowrider wearing the star once again for the men in white from the Midwest All-Stars. Looking to go on number 11, Kaylee Janowski.
Wow.
Jankowski, excuse me.
Jankowski came up, the pivot was there, and right now Lowrider is playing it slow, and now he's broken, and now we're going to see a little bit of jammer fun as we go around.
Now, don't forget that Lowrider, while he might be looking like Slow Rider, is one of the Team USA skaters for the men's Team USA. This is very high-intensity strategy he's playing on here.
Jankowski trying to get around. They're holding one in the back. He gets through, but Jankowski takes it and is now in the active position. Sorry, the lead position.
It's okay. That's what I'm saying. Save your voice. I know it's exciting, but don't yell. Great.
Lowrider gets driven to the inside.
Yeah, there was a perfect force to the infield by Jankowski. Both jammers trying to eke through the pack. She gets it around the outside, Ben.
Of this exhibition game, Team USA, Women's Team USA, I got to keep reminding myself of that, against Midwest All-Stars, and immediately Prosh is through and gone for Women's Team USA.
All right, so Chocolate Slice, number 93, the pivot for the Midwest All-Stars, was thinking he was being sent to the penalty box. Turns out He actually returned to the track. So meanwhile, Dakota Prosch was able to pick up 5 giant needed points for the women of Team USA. Trivy is out now and eligible to start scoring points, but here we have Dakota at the back of the pack already, sizing up the situation, taking on Doc Flatliner at the back. Skylar Chesko as well, putting some shoulders into Dakota Prosch. Gets stuck on Flatliner. She calls a jam after picking up 4 more points for Team USA, helping. Thank you.
Women's Team USA's right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And men's Team USA,
Yeah.
when you refer to the players.
Yeah, boy, it's just sinking into the brain.
I know, I hear you. So Ewing is out of the pack now for the Midwest All-Stars. Ewing picked up lead scorer with a quickness because that pack is moving so very quick, Ben.
Yes, Mine Height still stuck in the pack. A lot of good blocking in the front. A little help from her team. She's trying to get it. Let's see what happens. Ewing going around. The pivot gets through. That is our Lexi Wagger.
And that was a perfect opportunity by Lexi. Groot had his head turned the other way to survey the situation. Lexi capitalized on that, sneaked up the inside, and picked up.
Second mark. So we got 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this game. Jankowski on the track up against Ewing. Nobody in the box. So full complement of skaters on the track, including refs, which is crazy. They're out there too. All the refs are here. All right, let's see how it works.
All right, nice big power start. Lots of power off that start line. Pack spreading out just a bit, going at a quick pace as White reforms. A 3-wall of defense trying to block that inside line, but the little nudge forces Jankowski into the infield courtesy of Yoshi. Yoshi trying to peel another skater off the line, reforms and recycles with Mr. Roboto and Hotshot. Hotshot to the outside, taking Jankowski out. She does stay clean and legal. Roboto and Groot taking a tumble, trying to survey the situation for safety. We do have a lead scorer. That is Jankowski of Women's Team USA.
Jankowski is out and free, and finally Yoshi gets free for Midwest All-Stars, and on the outside. And she gets up and calls it after being knocked to the outfield. Sorry. Team USA in the lead right now as we hit the 4-minute mark.
And, you know, speaking of 4, it's been 4 jams since the men of the Midwest All-Stars have been able to score on the ladies of Team USA. We have 16 points separating these two teams. Down goes Dakota Prosch.
Mine Height on the track. A big hit off the
jam line right there. That's number 53 in white, Speed Dealer, or Jeff DuPont if you're checking his U.S. passport.
Nice
1-2 combo in the pack right there.
Wow.
That's
big hits on Mine Height.
Chris Cross and Heffling.
Chris Cross, Heffling in the middle.
Unfortunately for Heff, he's going to the penalty box for a multiplayer block.
Mine Height still stuck. Mine Height gets through. She is now the scorer out in the front of the pack. And Lowrider being stopped. Oh, nice move there by Wagger, trying to stop him from getting through. But Jammer gets through, out and free, but not before Mine Height hits the back of the pack, puts the points on the board, and calls it off. And we're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this
Picked
game.
up by Team USA.
Honeywell in for Doc Flatliner. And Doc Flatliner just took off. And look at the boys from the Midwest All-Stars. They're out and off and running.
They sure like to skate, and they often like to skate fast. So now Doc Flatliner is out of the pack. He's going to be declared lead scorer. We're going to see if Midwest All-Stars can't capitalize on that, as it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th jam since they've scored.
It is a 6 jam. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. I'm trying to figure out the strategy of the runaway on this one.
Well, to gain advantage to get your jammer out of the pack when you know you have a very strong and mighty jammer in Doc Flatliner. He's already at the back of the pack. The front of the pack, of course, is the pack right now.
However, we've got a minute to go, and unless he can pass, he's not going to be able to call it to reset because both teams have skated off.
Correct.
And
Correct, but what he does need to do is just get past that 1 point, and he could technically call the jam, but now that the guys have reformed, that would kind of change that strategy a bit. It would have been more so about the pack was in the front, and so back would have been out of play. Had he gotten that 1 point, he could have called it and gotten all the points at the back of the pack. But because the gentleman slowed down, that kind of changes the strategy a little bit, Ben.
it does change the strategy. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to run out of jam time. A nice block. Oh, my goodness. Wagger with a little.
All right, so we have Ewing and Jankowski duking it out with the Stars. Ewing all the way to the back of the pack. Jankowski fighting for the front line. But we got Hot Shot and Yoshi up at the top of the pack, trying to ensure that that doesn't happen. Big pivot takedown by Yoshi, but down goes Ewing.
Lindsey Mueller again, the big blocker in the back. The big blocker of all of what, 5 foot something?
Small in stature, big in skill set.
I got to tell you, awesome to watch.
And
And breaking free.
Ewing is your lead scorer. He's going to have control of this here last jam. Groot is blocking one-on-one with the pivot from Women's Team USA. Now Yoshi, the pivot from Midwest All-Stars, trying to slow down number 22. That is Sarah LeMay. Scare her to death.
Ewing calls it off. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to take us to the end of this exhibition game. 3 more points for the Midwest All-Stars, which is going to make it a 47-33, I believe, game. We're waiting for those final points and the actual score. There it is, 47-33. Can we make some noise?